As a little boy, way back in the 50s, the first movie that I ever heard about, even though I didn't see it then, was a movie called Quo Vadis. Everybody was talking about Quo Vadis. Nobody knew what it meant, but everybody was talking about it. Well, Quo Vadis was a movie made in 1951, starring wonderful film stars of the day, people like Deborah Kerr, Robert Young, Peter Ustinov. And it was the story of the first Christians in Rome under the persecution of Nero. And the story was that Peter, of course, St. Peter, was in Rome at that time. And that the Christians said to Peter, Peter, you are too important. You're too important to the church. Don't stay here in Rome. You could get killed. So Peter decided to leave Rome. And as he's rushing and escaping out the Appian Way, he meets this man. And Peter recognizes it's Jesus. And he says to him the famous words, Quo Vadis Domine, which in translation from the Latin means, where are you going, Lord? So Quo Vadis means, where are you going? And Peter said to the man, I'm leaving the city. And Peter said, why? What are you doing? He said, I am going into the city to die with my fellow Christians. And immediately Peter turned around and went back into Rome. And of course he died and he was crucified in Rome. Beautiful film, which makes the very same point as the gospel message is making today. Peter wanted to run away again. Run away from suffering, run away from the cross, run away from the ultimate following of Christ. What about us? Are we not the same as Peter? Wouldn't we all like to run away from the persecution in Rome? Wouldn't we all like to run away from the suffering in life? But Jesus points out to Peter that that's part of who Jesus is. That he himself had to face that in Jerusalem, and so each one of us has to face that in our lives. There are things that we cannot run away from. Things that we cannot change. Things that we don't want, but we cannot get away from them. We have responsibilities, we have commitments. We can't run away. It's the message of today's gospel. If we are followers of Christ, then we must be prepared to die with him, no matter what form or what shape that dying takes. Different for each one of us, but ahead of each one of us. Vadis, where are you going?